All right, what do you say we get this going? Um, this one. Welcome. Hey, it's been a while. I'm sorry. Again, I know I keep saying this every time. Life's been busy. Games that I want to play just don't work on stream, and I can't upgrade my computer anymore right now because I'm trying to save money. But, um, welcome back. I, yeah, it's been a while. But, here we are. Today is a fun day. It is the last day of my vacation, and today is the day that Stanley Parable Deluxe Edition comes out, and ooh, I'm excited because I loved that game. It was so good. I've played it before, but it is so worth playing again right now because it's got new stuff supposedly. Oh God, hello, Carmen. How's it going? Oh boy, so it is. Oh, it is. It is perfect day today. Kermit in the house. Fucking playing a brand new game. I'm waiting forever to play. All right. Let's see. Is this done yet? Mm. It is done. All right. Let me see. I gotta turn on this one. Launch. Kermit in the house. I mean, technically Kermit's always in the house, but Kermini represents the Kerm. What is this? Do you want to cancel? Connect. And boop! Didn't no work. Why it no work? Hmm. Where? I don't know why it no work. Okay, never mind. This. I'm not gonna futz around with this. We're gonna get straight into the game. Oops. Oh, that's not right. Hold on. We're gonna do game capture. Add source. Add source. On second, we're having a slight technical issue. Okay, let's try that. That is not working. I hate this thing. We'll just do this for now. There we go. Okay. Subtitles confirmed. Because I like to read. Yes, I have played the Stanley Parable before. Please adjust the slider until the computer is just barely visible. Please enter the current time. It is 1:43. Oh, wait a minute. It's PM, not AM. Duh. Damn it. I screwed up. Inception. Whee! Oh. Oh my god, look, it even does the menu on on that screen. Dang it, I screwed up. Maybe, whatever. We're gonna play. Whee! My name's Stanley. Oh, wow. It's not very noticeable, but there is definitely a quality upgrade. Well, that was an easy one. All right. So here's the thing. 427 is his number, and they did it perfectly. 427, April 27th. Today. I thought that come on, that is just like the greatest thing ever. Like, yeah. Okay. Where do you think should I come back? Oh, that's right, this one. It's quality gameplay right here. Can't get up. It's this way. Woo! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on. Why can't we hear anything? God, I've completely forgotten how to do any of this. Shush. Um. Rawr. Why is this so difficult?
Believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
Ah, but now you can't see me. You know what? That's fine. I don't care. That works. As long as this part works. You know what? Hold on. We'll take 5 seconds to try. Um. Ah! Ha! Hee hee! Yeah! Alright, cool. Hopefully fixed it all. Let's try. We'll test. Testing, 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 testing. Hello? Okay. I know this is glitching out right here. My trash can's apparently very interesting that's trying to put it in. But alright. We're back. We're in action. Hopefully this is all working correctly now. Uh alright. Technical difficulties out of the way.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You know, I'm gonna do it the correct way the first time. Then we'll have fun doing all the other stuff. Because maybe there's something different.
Yet there was not a single person here
Talk
either.
less.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Okay. I
Hurrying to a staircase,
suppose.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ooh. Extreme bathrooms. Oh, business strategy. Was this always here?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct
Oh!
code by sheer luck.
It got really dark.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I didn't do that before. It is very dark.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay.
The lights rose on an enormous room
Oh!
with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to him. Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway,
I didn't
when
mean
it
to
came
do
time
this.
to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more content, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call
I
this
didn't
track,
mean to do it on
Good job, you've
purpose.
made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Well done.
Dee, 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 dee.
Good job. You did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job. You made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. Should have been careful.
Should have.
It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. But railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it.
Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it.
Good job,
You did it. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it.
good job, you did it. Good job, you did it.
Please don't send me all the way back. Oh! I didn't even mean to do that!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
That's funny,
decided
though.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, whoopsie!
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided
It's
to go
really
up to
funny
the
that I
tunnel
managed to-
staircase. Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
It's really funny that I never managed to do that in the first one, because apparently it didn't mean anything then.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
No!
That kind of
Let's go.
anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
It's actually really calming.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked
That was nice.
into the opened passageway.
That was actually really nice. Glad we did that.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I'm gonna try not to fall this time.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Somewhere like right here. Nope, I'm over right there. Hey, that is me. Cool.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only
Absolutely.
reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No.
I don't want to.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Mostly.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Yeah. But nah. I can't see.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it
Whew.
over?
Ah!
He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
I'll beat the game. I did it. I got the achievement. Alright, now let's do
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
let's do not following the rules as much as I possibly can.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Duh. Come on. How could you
Yes,
not
truly
admire
a
this
room
place? Look
worth
at this. Look
admiring.
at this.
It had
Cozy
really been
reading
worth the
corner.
detour after all,
Cold
just to spend a
drinks.
few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully
Plant.
constructed room. Stanley simply stood here.
Number one
drinking
dad
it all
mug.
in.
Coffee maker. Coffee nut mug. I mean, look at this place.
Yeah.
It's immaculate.
Really, really worth it being here. In
Yeah, it
room.
is.
A
Don't you give me that
room so
condescending
utterly
tone.
captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Yep. Absolutely worth it. Just to spite you. Look at this mountain range. You think you're going to find that anywhere else in this game?
Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy.
Good.
Reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Good. I didn't want to talk to anyone else. I'm just gonna shut this door.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
I don't really take hints that well. I'm just gonna sit here and look at this mountainscape right here. Okay, fine.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and
Yeah.
took the first open door on his left to get back to
Nope.
business. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yeah.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
I know.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Sometimes.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really
You
do
can.
want to help you, to show you
No, you
something
don't.
beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
The blue door? Got it.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue door. Copy.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
I don't know why you keep telling me to walk through the blue door.
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing
I love
here.
this room.
I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken
Why would you
rooms,
build it
exposed developer textures. Is this what you would
if I was never supposed to be here?
Worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
Oh no.
Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark. At a new
Something
design. You can
amazing,
give me
I
some
guess.
feedback. There we go. A third option. This
Woo!
leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
What do you think? Did we benefit from that? I'm gonna tell him no.
A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that?
I don't know. It's not my
I
job.
guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
How long does it take you to get the correct? God damn, they're throwing some hard shade. Bruh. A dead rat?
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now
Yeah?
would be a lovely opportunity to give
Let's
it some
do it.
play testing. You
Let's
wouldn't
do
mind
it.
taking a look at it, would you? Perfect.
Absolutely
Let
not.
me boot it up. In this game, the baby
Burn the
player
baby!
moved towards danger.
Burn the
You click the
baby.
button to move him back to
I
the
don't know
right,
whose baby
and
that
if he
is.
reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Alright, supposed to hit the button. Oh, that's lovely. Goodbye.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm
hate
completely out of
babies.
ideas.
No, I'm kidding.
I can't think of a single thing that might improve
I
the
just don't
experience for me.
want
I'm not even going
kids.
to try. I'm out. I'm done.
Okay, goodbye.
Over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely
Woohoo!
Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain.
Yeah.
Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
No!
Fascinating. What do you think this
Ah!
is, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you and up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley, and it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
That was the Minecraft door sound, which actually alludes to the fact that this was supposed to be Minecraft. We played Minecraft for a little bit and then something else happened. But it's what is it, Firewatch? Oh! Oh, what a beautiful game. I have yet to play this though. I've only ever watched Markiplier play it. I wonder what happens now.
Oh no. No, it
What?
can't be.
What? What? What's the matter? Is there too much? Is there too much choice?
It is. It's an open world game.
Yeah.
Good God, quickly block it off.
Oh no! Oh no!
Thank
Oh, that
goodness,
feels
Stanley,
better.
What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing.
The
That
thing.
big, open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions.
Yeah.
No path to follow. You can just go in any.
I'm agoraphobic. I don't like the big open outside.
Heavens, we avoided it.
Why do you think I play games all day?
Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's
No.
find another game.
Okay.
Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Oh God. What are you gonna choose?
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
What? Rocket League?
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Is that a challenge? Because I tend to do that just naturally.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports
It's
ball.
sports ball.
Fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together.
Yeah.
Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Ah! Oh boy, we're moving a lot faster. Whee! I got it! I got it! Oh no!
What are you doing? Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Okay. Ah! I can't see anything. Oh! Now we're here. What's that? Hey. Now what? Oh!
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
Very soon.
I can wait.
Ha! Nailed it. Well, that was fun. Alright, wait, let's do this one. Oh, well, let me do it. Maybe you can't do that one this time.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Says it's new. Feels like a Who the hell spilled this coffee? Wow, I'm getting really distracted. Sorry. God. Okay.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
I don't know. You tell me, bud. Why is door... That is... Oh, that's supposed to be door 416. Alright. What is this? This feels like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Woohoo!
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Wow.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Nope. This is it.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if, Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Give me the content. Jumps. Oh, can I jump?
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
I can jump. Boing, boing, boing. Boing. Oh. Gotta savor these last two. Ready? Oh, yeah, that was a good jump. Ready? Good jump. All right, last one. Gotta. Ugh! That was fun while it lasted.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
I can jump.
Goodness.
Another elevator.
Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you must be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Damn right.
It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
I guess. What? 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 Sit right.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
But what's over here?
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine.
I do, but what's over here? Oh. Just a normal. Okay. Let's go see what the cool surprise is.
Never mind. You're not a dog.
I mean, I am, but okay.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
Yeah.
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Wow.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Oh, wow, they got an award for it. The Last of Us. Good times. The good times. I'm gonna buy. I wanna buy. I remember. Their first. Me first dollar! A demo? Was there a demo? Don't play for 5 years. It's impossible to get this cheap. Huh. Why is there a piano over there?
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Oh yeah, see? That's right. So we went through Minecraft, but then that was too open, so we did Portal. But now it does Firewatch and I can't remember what the other one was. Something else.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It
Lies.
just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
How do I the serious room. See, that's what I was trying to get to.
These were simpler times, Stanley. what I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
Is that it? Do I just have to restart now? Is this it? How do I get through? Okay. Guess I'll restart.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares? When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to
Of
admire
course. It's best room in the...
Wow.
Yeah! Best room in the
This
game!
room. What a beautiful room. But
Okay.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really. I'm not.
I just gotta go do the red door
realize that
first.
investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story is...
Oh, I missed.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Genius. Genius move. Alright. Give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back. I gotta grab some water and some nom noms, and I'll be right back, alright? Oh my god, look at me with hair. Oh, it's so weird. Hello. General Kenobi. Hey, look, there you are. Oh, yeah, I think that was you. Okay. Back to the action. All right. Back to the action.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise
No, I'm
I
a
made for you?
dork,
Well,
God damn
fine.
it.
You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
Told you.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
What are you gonna do? Find my dead corpse?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult.
Yeah, you did.
The fact is that the story has been about nothing but you.
Such a goddamn rush. No, I'm a dork!
Hey, come over here. Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares? When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley but eager to get back to business.
He just said something different.
The first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Almost fell off.
Enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Yep.
What? Really?
Yep.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
Okay.
Give me a chance.
Okay.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay, fine.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted
Willing,
you to be happy
not
all
going
this
to.
time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution.
Do you?
Here, let me show you. What do we want? What are we looking for?
Is this my favorite room?
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
I love this room. I wish I could have a room like this in real life. I am relaxed. Alright, on with it.
No, wait. Where are you going? Right. Where were we?
Sorry, didn't mean to upset you. Or did I? Ah, yes.
Oh
It's
no! Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
yeah, unfortunately.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
I'm thinking about it. What about it? Perhaps if I go back down. This is a very dark ending. It goes from the most peaceful thing ever to the most dark ending I think there is.
Good,
Oh.
good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
So relaxing. I know, but we gotta keep going.
No,
Sorry, bud.
what do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here.
I know.
You heard me before, didn't you? You will die. What about this isn't getting through to you?
I've died many times in many a game. This is yet another step of the staircase. That was close. Goodbye, y'all.
No! Oh, thank God.
Oh, that's
You
right.
lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room? No. No. What are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Well, you'll go back.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room.
Oh my God.
Can you do that for me? Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about. I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
I'd like to stay here forever. But unfortunately, I've got people watching and they'll get bored eventually, so gotta keep the action up.
No, perhaps not.
No. Someone
My
might.
God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
No. It's just all I can do. Sorry, bud.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
We really probably should check on whoever made this section. They're probably not in a great place.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
I've done this. Why does it keep sticking to this
Come
one?
over here. Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares? When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
As always.
Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before.
He keeps changing this.
Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room?
Yes.
I mean, truly...
If you told me not to, I'd be,
deeply, madly, love.
I was awkward.
Yeah, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Alright. Well, I think this is the last one over
Stanley
here.
was so bad at
I just got to go all the way
directions,
across.
It's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
For
This
her.
is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone. As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley.
You're a real person. Am I real?
I can't believe
I don't
was
know.
so mistaken. This is why you've been able
I
to
could
make
just
so
be
many
a
incorrect choices. And to think I've been
computer-generated
running around
image.
in this game for so long.
It's
If
entirely
only
possible.
more wrong choices you might
No
have
one's
made
ever
this
seen me
game
for real.
entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting
Was that
how
a
to read.
Snowpiercer joke?
Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a
Fish.
person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30?
My goodness, is it
I'm supposed to be
4:30?
having a back, sack, and crack."
What?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
My God, is it 4:30?
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
My new print is almost done. I'm so excited. Oh, we've put the gate up.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality. Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Okay.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly.
But Stanley is me, and I don't follow instructions very well.
You'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly,
Uh-oh.
hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late. Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that?
'Cause
What
I'm
did you think
dumb.
was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
What do you
No, I have to.
do?
I have to shut the game down.
No!
I have to.
No! Ah! Ah! Oh. This is bad. You.
Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
I tend to
Did you
do
think
that.
that would be funny?
Kind
You
of.
just had to see?
Yeah.
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
I'm not gonna lie, bud. I wasn't paying
What
attention.
I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
Usually.
That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
Yeah.
Oh.
My story.
If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it.
I've been there, though. I've done that. It's
so perfect.
boring.
I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make it behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then the code.
Night Shock 115.
Stanley spoke the code.
Night Shock 115.
115. He spoke it into the receiver.
Ah!
On the wall. I'm sorry, is there a problem?
What do you
You
think?
didn't mishear me, did
What do
you?
you think?
Please speak the code into the receiver.
What do you think?
On with the story. This is a crucial step. Okay, fine, you're not going to do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing for your respect.
You asked me to do something I can't do.
Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why
I
did
did.
you come this
You
way?
didn't like that one.
Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
The end.
I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Hopefully this like restart. God, it just keeps doing this one. Whatever. I don't think it really matters.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise?
No, I'm
I made
still a
for you?
dork.
Fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
Alright. Now we get
When
to take the
Stanley
other
came to the
route
set
that
of
goes
two
this
open
way.
doors, this was not the
We're
correct meeting
slowly
room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
whittling down
Perhaps
the
he wanted to
options
stop by
here.
the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way. No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm?
Okay, I'll
From
try.
the top.
I'll try. Oh, hey, Wait, no, I bet you this is one of those fake restarts.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh.
Called it.
Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all
I
the
didn't touch
monitors?
anything.
Did you move the story somewhere? Or...
No.
Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
God.
Here just a minute ago.
Oh, you should blame for
I'm
everything.
sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley.
Ooh.
Let's find the story.
Oh, wow, look at that. What?
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've
Shut
ever
the
been on.
hell
I
up!
promise you,
I'm
there
having fun.
definitely was a story
Isn't everybody
here
having
before.
fun?
Do we just...
Yeah, I
Do
know.
we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No. Yeah, he doesn't get particularly happy when you
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
when you keep
Stanley decided to go to the
disobeying
meeting
him.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
I think this is the
Aha!
storyline.
I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Woo!
I know
All right!
work, and it really paid off. So, good job. Oh no, I
Oh,
don't feel
yeah.
bad about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded
I
out
didn't
by
win?
whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart. All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that? You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Yeah.
Great. Cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
No, I'm just kidding. Whee!
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story is... Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us?
Line!
We trusted you.
Bad line!
Everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Naughty line.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Okay. I'm with you on this one, buddy. We're gonna do something.
Yes, this is exciting.
Yeah.
Just me and Stanley for
Woo!
a new path, a new story.
Going our own way.
What do you want our story to be?
I don't know.
Go wild.
A love story?
Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
I don't think you are. Not if it's a love story.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
God.
not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine. Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here.
Okay.
Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley.
Don't you use
our
logic with me.
destiny awaits.
What? Okay. The confusion ending.
Hold up, what's this?
Ah, doors both went to the same place.
Confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes?
After a long time, Stanley dies!
Determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle?
We broke something!
Whatever it is that made this schedule. How would we even know? Will someone come for us?
Nope.
Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
Yeah.
Well, in the meantime, if you...
Oh! Okay. Thank you for that. Oh, wait, I'm back here now? Wait. Hold on. How do I get back here?
Stanley, come over here. In the... Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
So is that like the new permanent beginning now?
When Stanley came to a set of two open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. And here it was, the lounge. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
There's still something I haven't done over this way. I totally forgot.
So bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
For her. Sorry. Lighting a candle. Setting the
Stanley, your
ambience.
chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley.
Wow.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to
Keep
get you to
asking her
see
that
it.
every day.
Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Ooh. Sinister.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Woo!
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch.
I
Now
already did that.
he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work
This
was
is
a reminder
concerning.
that none of it would ever happen to him.
I'm sorry. This is just a very drastic side note. This. Oh my god. This poster. This poster of text just came with my medicine, and I don't know if I'm comfortable taking this now. What is this? Oh my lord. I'm sorry, that was a side note. All that for one small pill. Jesus.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Good night.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me?
I
I
didn't.
understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself. How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Question nothing.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
This game gets very dark sometimes. Oh boy. Alright. I think this is the last option for the right
You want
door.
to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares? When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay.
It was okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors
My feet!
close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
Well,
He thought to himself,
that's still up for
"Suppose I'll
debate.
wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my
I mean, I'm
real
crazy,
life
but
job
I don't know about
for
Stanley.
I may as well
Technically,
do
I'm
this
Stanley, so I
while
guess
I'm
Stanley is
sick."
crazy.
So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was
Don't you have a voice in your head dictating and everything?
Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
I do.
I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts.
Oh God. We're hitting a paradox loop.
Very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke
No.
to all people in their dreams. The truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Uh-oh.
Stanley began screaming. Wake me up! My name is Stanley. Boss, I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Not gonna take care of that at all. Yay, I'm no longer crazy. Okay. Yummy crazy pills.
Stanley, come over here.
I really wish we could
You
stop
don't
with
want to see
this.
the cool surprise I made for you? Well,
No.
fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares? When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all...
Ooh. Whoa. Broke the game again. I'm gonna be quite pissed if that was the only new thing that they did. I mean, except for like a few other. Yeah, it's this door. I can't remember what this is, but it's one of the harder ones to like come across. You gotta kind of gotta just know what you're doing. Escape. Hey. Okay, so I guess this is just like permanently the new beginning or something.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares? When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Stanley. Stanley. I'll be right back. Did I miss anything? Wow, we were on there for that long. We didn't even go anywhere. Okay.
Here's the door. Just go.
Thank you. I mean, click the right button. Who's shooting at me?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
Nope.
Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it,
Escape.
that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Okay.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I could. But I'm not
At this
gonna.
point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yep. It's just time. Ow.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
Yeah,
Stanley can't see
it
the bigger
happens.
picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Goodbye! Take me!
Farewell, Stanley,
That's right.
cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly. And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
It happens. Yeah, I think this is the best one to go out on. After the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these for further promotional materials, we never found a perfect use for them. Here are a selection of the emails. There is a skeleton inside of you. There are more skeletons. Oh, that's true. Will feature capybaras? I mean, technically it did now that you asked that. I forgot how to get out of here. See, so my theory is that because I'm just clicking the button right now. What do you hear?
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. Listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat
Oh, thanks.
this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop
Yeah.
now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Squish! Well, I believe that is it.
Stanley!
I
Come over here. Oh.
can
You
only
don't wanna
think
see
of
the cool
one other
surprise I made for
thing.
you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
There's the closet, and then I guess the
When
final
Stanley
one
came to
can
a set of
be,
2 open doors, he entered the
I'm gonna
door
turn
on
the
the
mind
left.
control back on. Uh, but that,
Yet
I
there was
believe
not a
that's the
single
last
person
thing,
here either.
unfortunately.
Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Um,
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase,
I can't think of
Stanley
anything
walked
new.
upstairs to his boss's
I mean, I
office.
certainly haven't come across anything new.
Here's the door, just go. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself? Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Oops.
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Because there
Or did
is.
you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won, sold? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley.
I've driven him
You're
to
in for
insanity.
disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Kerpoof. Well, I believe that will be all. Let me see if I can search something real quick. Well, I mean, I really did enjoy it. Let's see. Broom closet, countdown, freedom, heaven ending. Um, whiteboard ending. Yeah. Oh, wait. Okay, well, it seems there's new stuff. So I've gone over most of the old stuff and one of the new endings. And seems there are some different things. So I think when I play this again, we'll definitely be going over some of the newer endings. But now we've done a majority of the old ones, so it's good to do that, and then we will where did those go? Did I just leave those outside? Anyway, all right. I think that'll be it for today. Um, with that being that, I hope you had a good one, and next time, possibly later today, um, possibly later today, I will get on doing the newer ones. I'm not sure right now what's going on here. Interesting. All right. Well, adios. I hope you had a good one. We will be playing this again soon. Possibly tomorrow. I don't know. I can't make that a viable comment because as you know I barely get on anymore. So we will see. But I hope you have a good one. Adios, and as always, See you in the next video.